You just crossed over into the female zone.
I now know what it's like to go on a date with a baddie, because the other day I went on a first date with a guy from Hinge and he was really hot, tall, attractive, nice looking. I was on this date and we were going from one bar to another bar and we stepped outside, and before we went to the next bar, he went back inside the bar we were at to say bye to a friend. As he went into the bar, these 3 people were leaving the bar at the same time. They walk out, it's these 2 girls and a guy. They all at the same time look at each other and they're like, was that a celebrity? I swear that man was almost too hot. Standing there like, are they talking about the guy I'm literally on a date with right now? And they kept talking about him. They were walking along the sidewalk where I was, and they kind of stopped off to the left of me. They were still talking about how cute he was. He comes back out, and then he comes next to me, and we start walking down the street. Death glares. Death glares. Oh my God. I'm like, hold up, when did I not become the baddie in this situation?
Ho, ho, ho! Fiction can be fun.
Oh, so now you know what it's like to be out with a baddie. You know, every complaint that you gave there, what comes to mind when this gorilla hears those things? Oh, you sound really insecure. He's just being as attractive as he always is. You sound like you can't handle that kind of beauty. You are actually starting to sound a little bit controlling. I have to ask, ladies, does any of this sound familiar? I mean, isn't this usually what you tell men when they go out with a baddie? The difference is, when a man goes out with a baddie, the man's still paying. So, sister, you met out with an attractive guy, congratulations, and apparently he turned heads to the 2 girls plus their gay friend. Cool. And you ask, when did you stop being the baddie? I don't think you ever were the baddie, so I don't know what you're talking about there. I mean, we can say that's confidence, but I would say that's delusion. But either which way, sweetie, guess what? This attractive man that you're going out with, there's a difference between a man going out with an attractive woman and a woman going out with an attractive man. You see, when a man goes out with an attractive woman, he expects her to be monogamous to him because he'll be paying for everything. If she doesn't, well, he kicks her to the curb and she just goes with her golden shovel and tries to pick up the next sugar daddy / simp / sucker. But a man who's highly attractive, don't expect him to dedicate himself just to one woman. I mean, he's a Chad, but by the sounds of it, he's a Giga Chad. So why should he dedicate himself just to you? Because let me be honest, honey, you're a 5 thinking you're a 9. And usually, I'm very generous with my numbers. I highly recommend you just enjoy the time you got with this man, have as much fun as possible until it's over, because something tells this gorilla he's not sticking around permanently. Before we move on, I want to say thank you, fam, to all of my subscribers for supporting this channel. I truly appreciate all of you who leave comments, who like my videos, and share them on other social media platforms. I truly gotta say thanks, fam. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. And for those of you who haven't subscribed yet, I thank you for tuning in, and I hope you decide to hit that subscribe button. Moving on!
Okay, like, no offense, but I have to share this. If I'm literally getting an Uber to the airport and the Uber driver is a male and I'm literally with my luggage, my carry-on, or luggage in general, like the big ones that you're gonna check in, why are you not helping me? Like, why are you staying in the car and not even stepping out, helping me put the luggage inside of the trunk? Why am I doing that as a lady? Like, what? And mind you, like, the first time this happened to me, I'm like, okay, that's new. He's a little bit young. Like, maybe he just doesn't know, whatever, right? But this has happened a few times already, and I'm like, what is happening? Like, do I just look like some super strong woman? Like, of course I could do it myself, but like at the end of the day, I'm a lady first. So it's just like, as a man, why do you feel comfortable doing that? Like, I know you're just supposed to pick me up, like you're just an Uber driver. I understand that, but like way before that, every single time it would be a male driver, they would always help me with my luggage. And I'm just like so confused as to what's happening and why they're not doing that. And I think it's the funniest thing to me because I'm like, you really feel really comfortable just like letting me do that, and that's fine, but just like, what is happening? I'd never experienced this before, and like, am I just getting stronger and I'm looking more ripped, or what is happening?
How dare you?
Oh, dang, sweetie, the entitlement just never, ever gets old with you women, now does it? So, hold up a second. Because he's a man, he's supposed to get out of the car and get your bags? No, that's not in his job description. His job is to drive. He drove there, picked you up, drive you to another section, drops you off. That's about it. But of course, you say you can do it by yourself. Well, then do it by yourself. Be a bad, strong, independent woman. Pick up your own bags. I mean, you carried them from wherever you came from to there. carry him the rest of the way. I mean, just because he's a man, he's supposed to come out. So if the driver was a woman, oh, she gets excused, right? No. Equality, sister. Now, has it occurred to you that maybe, just maybe, the reason the younger men or any of the guys right now aren't coming out to help you is because there has been a pattern of women falsely accusing them of things. It's pretty easy for a guy to come out, help you with your bags, and then the brokies out there start complaining to these rideshare companies saying, oh, he came out and made a pass at me. When he was getting my bag, he grabbed me a certain way, just to try to get the ride refunded. You know, those complaints do get eventually to the driver, and these companies actually make them take some kind of training, or if not, they just kick them off the program completely and totally. So what happens? Well, men are not suckers. They're going to learn, oh, well, check it out. Jeff and Mike lost their contract with the rideshare because these women gave them these accusations. I'm not even going to give them a chance. I'm staying right here. Pick up your own damn bag. Throw it in the trunk, and let's keep on going. Like I've said before, when you live with privilege your whole life, the moment you get equality, it feels like oppression. Moving on.
So I've recently started dating again, and I'm noticing a trend of men who I've been on a date with only a few times getting upset with me if I go on dates with someone else. And I'm very open and honest about this. If I can't do something with you because I have a date with somebody else, I'm going to tell you that. Because unless you have directly told me that you want to be in a relationship with me, I assume that we are both dating, because that's what dating is. I assume that you're seeing other people, I am seeing other people, and I don't feel bad about it. And you need to tell me directly that you would like for me to be your girlfriend if that's the way that this is going. But it made me start to wonder, like, is that a thing of the past? Like, is there just, like, implied loyalty to, like, new people now? I don't, because I feel like I can't remember the last time someone said, oh, so-and-so asked me to, like, be exclusive with them or to be their girlfriend. I don't even think that's, like, and that might be an age thing too, because I'm almost 40, but I'm just, like, curious what the men have to say. Like, how are you letting women know that you don't want them to see anyone else? Or do you just, like, expect any girl that you're talking to be not talking to anyone else? Which I think is silly, but I'm just curious. So let me know in the comments. Thank you.
I hate so much about the things that you choose to be.
Oh, hold up a second. You're almost 40 and you're telling the whole world, I mean, you already put the video out there, that you actually believe that a man expecting you to preserve your purity, to not sleep around, to not ride the carousel, to not sports date, to not roster date, to keep your dignity up is silly. You're the one who said that, not this gorilla. You know, when you said, well, I guess it's implied that I shouldn't be dating around. Yeah, it pretty much is. It's not that men get mad at you. Unless a man says, oh, I can't believe you're out there doing this. I'm enraged with you. I think you're confusing disgust with being angry or being upset. Simply put, the guy goes out with you and then you say, hey, sorry, I can't do anything with you right now because I got another sausage to date. Oh, really? Okay, well then, bye. And don't be surprised if he decides not to date you again. Now, if you already told him that you had a date with another guy and he still dates you, that's a blue pill beta. That's a simp right there. That's a layup. You got him tied around your finger. Go ahead. I mean, if he's not going to respect himself that way, why should you? But if a guy says, no way, you can't confuse a man putting boundaries up himself and respecting himself, saying, listen, if you want to be for thy streets, go be for thy streets. You shall not be for my bed. I'm sorry. That's a man putting up some boundaries that he wants respected. Self-respect. And if you think that a man doing that is just silly, well, hey, this just explains why you're still on the carousel and you're still racking up that mileage and you're 40 going on like 100, not getting the dedication or the ring from the man that you want. But as I said before, you get it from plenty of blue pill beta simps. Moving on.
Imagine this. You invite a guy friend over that you've been talking to for a little while, and you invite him to stay the weekend. He lives 2 hours away in another state, so it would just make sense for him to stay the weekend. Anyway, it comes, and you realize he just brought a drawstring bag with a few items in it. Not even pants or anything, just like 2 t-shirts and a toothbrush. Okay. I don't know what else was in a bag. May have been a few other things. I think a pair of boxers as well. Either way, you're like, I guess he just packs lightly. Oh well. Well, the weekend goes well, you know. He wants to see you again. So it's during a week and you invite him to come stay the night. You know, just one night during the week. And he wants to come down, and he brings a couple of his friends so he can go swimming. Okay, well, I ended up getting in the vehicle of his friends, and this time, for one night now, he's brought a whole damn suitcase. Stuffed suitcase. Like a suitcase that you would plan a trip for a couple weeks type of bag or a suitcase. And it's stuffed, like zipper popping stuffed. So you're like, what the f? Why did you bring so much for one night? One night. And then he gets pissed off because you tell his friends, like, you're bombarded by this. Like, what the f? No. Why? He's not moving in my house. I hope he doesn't think that. Because why the f do you need that much for one night? Anyway, he ghosts me. And then when I'm questioning, like, what is your problem, dude? He says, f off, bitch. Did you think you were moving in my house? What is wrong with people? Wow.
You know, before I say anything about her story, Queen, I gotta say right now, I don't think it's very intelligent for you to be on the sauce. I mean, make a TikTok video while being a little bit drunk, because I'm sorry, you're starting to slip up in your words there, and it's actually pretty noticeable that you were under the influence. Okay, that being said, I'm sorry, but you know, you're complaining about this guy. Apparently he got his wires crossed, and he really misunderstood the whole situation. I got it, but I have to say one thing. See, you have an attitude of a total party girl that I wouldn't be surprised if you get passed out drunk sometimes. That's one thing. Another thing is your story has a whole lot of holes in it. There's a lot of information missing here. So it is quite possible that the first time that he came around and he really didn't have anything, you probably said some things to him that he misunderstood. Like you were saying, oh, is that all you brought? You really should bring a whole lot more. Hell, bring a whole bag. Don't be so light here. Or something like that. We don't know. We didn't hear it. But if he heard something like that, he may have interpreted that as, oh, well, I'm going to bring a whole bunch of stuff. And if everything goes awesome that time too, well, then I'll leave part of my stuff here. So then I don't have to carry as much next time I come over. You know what I'm saying, sister? Because you really go off the rails with your story. You don't keep it consistent. You move the goalposts around a bunch. I'm pretty sure that's how you operate when you're sober, let alone when you're drunk. And it may have frustrated the guy. I'm not saying the guy's completely innocent on this. I am saying you maybe should take some accountability for the outcome of how that guy acted. Well, I guess his whole encounter cost you a drinking buddy, now didn't it?
Now that's a lot of damage!
I'm just saying, if you enjoy this audit, click on the video in the end screen for more content. If you would like to support the channel, please follow the link in the description to donate to our beer fund, or like, subscribe, and share this video on other social media platforms. If you agree or disagree with anything about this audit, please let us know in the comments. I'm going to leave this audit right here. I'll see all of you in the next episode.